What's going on, guys? Mike here from Static Detailing and Ceramic Coating in Long Island and Queens, New York. Today we are doing a spot correction on this Mercedes. Spot correction is part of our paint correction services. You can find all the information for that on our website, staticdetailing.com/correction. Now generally you will see slightly cheaper prices compared to our level 1 to 3 packages because we're not correcting your entire car, we're just correcting certain damages on your car. Now, could be cheaper, could be more expensive, depends what we get into. Today on this Mercedes, I got scuffed up in a parking lot, and I decided after inspecting the paint that the best way to approach it would be directly to go into sanding. Now normally we don't take this approach, we try the least abrasive approach first, but this one definitely needed because I can see a few of the scratches inside the scuff itself does need heavy attention. To get started over here, we're going to strip the paint of any wax or sealants by using a prep solution. The car is not dirty at all. The owner actually just washed it, so we lucked out over there. We added some lubricants from a waterless wash and went to town on it with a light sanding disc on a mini polisher, a 3-inch polisher. While I was sanding it down, I realized that the scratches inside the scuff itself is going to need individual attention, a little more aggressive, so I took the sanding disc out and I used my finger just to get into that singular scratch area. Went into it by hand with a 1500 grit sandpaper until I could not see that mark anymore, or in a different case, until I feel like the clear coat has had enough and I should just not go past this time frame with this grit sandpaper. After that, I took out the polisher with a 3000 grit pad just to blend in that area and to minimize the sanding marks from the 1500 grit sandpaper. After the texture of the paint was completely evened out, we went on to compounding to bring some gloss back into the paint, get it back to where it should be. Now, you always want to prime the pad when you're either polishing or compounding. Whether it's a microfiber or a foam pad, you want to prime that pad. It's going to save you time, it's going to save you money, it's going to make everything run smoother and also get you the ultimate results as you're polishing and compounding. Next up is the polishing stage to really finish up the paint, make it as clear as possible. And again, we do want to prime that pad. Always prime your pad, folks. Always. This is where all the shine comes back to the paint. This is where you get that original look, or even better than original look, back into the clear coat itself. Now, this is the least aggressive part of the correction process. When you're polishing out, you're completely removing all the damage that the sanding and the compound has created. Now that sounds kind of backwards. Why is compound creating damage? In a sense, yes, it's creating damage. When you're paint correcting, you're not just completely deleting damage, you're just creating less damage and less damage and less damage. The 1500 grit sandpaper that we used was less aggressive than the scuff itself. So after that, we used a 3000 grit, which was less aggressive than the 1500 grit. We're just creating a less damage to the point where there is almost no existing damage visible to the eye. Once we're done with the polishing, we're going to spray it down with a prep solution just to get rid of all the oils and the silicone from the polishing agent itself, so we have the clear coat raw and bare. Right after that, we're going to spray it down with a silica sealant to get back that protection that we might have taken off a little bit from the clear coat, but get some shine, get some protective agents on top of it, but also make up for the clear coat that we slightly diminished in the polishing and correcting stage. The results were by far absolutely perfect that we got on this job, and the client was beyond ecstatic and happy. He really didn't think that we could get absolutely all of the damage out, but we ended up getting every bit of it out, and it looks incredible. It looks like nothing ever happened to the car. And that's about going to wrap it up for today, guys. That is how we generally handle a spot correction job. If you guys have any questions, head over to our website, staticdetailing.com. You could text us, you could call us, you could email us, or you can send in a message through the website itself. If you do want to email us, it's mikestaticdetailing@gmail.com. Check out our Instagram, @staticdetailing. I'll see you guys in the next one.